All right, here we go. We are back with another episode of the Shitty Dad podcast. As always, I am Blair, and with me, as always,
I'm
is
I'm Joey.
Joey. Right on. Well, happy belated birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
Big 4-0,
Big one, yeah.
but feeling optimal,
Optimal, dialed in, yeah.
dialed in. You got all the goodness from the ladies at Science and Humans. Actually, that's that was a good round of conversations we had with those two. So that'll be a good topic to get back into down the road. I maybe had mentioned to you before, I kind of got a contact with a professional football strength and conditioning coach who deals in the whole peptide realm and might be able to get him on to have a conversation with us about diving into the peptides and all that fun stuff. Now that things are loosened up a little bit, as you'd mentioned before about RFK's kind of peeled things back a little bit down there. So
Yeah. Well,
makes
that'll
a
be good.
big,
That'll be exciting.
yeah, for sure. It's always good to get some input from some professionals on this sort of stuff, right? Instead of trying to run off the ass of your pants.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what have you been up to?
Same old work, back to work, back to the grind.
Yeah. Week
Yeah.
off for your birthday week? Or just
Yeah, I had about four days off. They were supposed to go back Friday, but
uh
they canceled the flight midday because of the big storm we got that didn't really turn into much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's good. So
Yeah.
been back up here.
Yeah. Well, I went and got my steroid injection in my shoulder yesterday under ultrasound or whatever. So they
Oh,
yes, they gotta find where to put the needle in. Then they go and then they in there. They give you a numbing
gross.
needle. So that wasn't bad. They numbed it first. So that wasn't bad. And then he pooped. And I laid on there longer than it took for it all to go down. I think I laid
Oh,
on the
good.
bed for like 20 minutes for him to come in. And then he come in and it took like, I don't know, 5 minutes. It was over. Like by the time he got it all cleaned up and stuck it
Yeah.
in there. He's like, there you go. But game changer. Feels good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Finally, eh?
Yeah. I don't have that pain like down from my shoulder down and through the back and into my elbow and shit anymore. I can feel all my fingers. So so
Always an extra bonus.
that's a win, right? Because fuck, I
Yeah.
get days where I couldn't even feel my fingers. They'd be like all tingly, right? So it's been a pain in the dick. But yeah, I think the topic we wanted to touch on this week is how freaking expensive everything's got.
Yes.
Unfreaking real. What's something you've noticed that's gone freaking bananas?
Well, obviously, it's groceries. I mean,
That's huge. Yeah.
especially, I mean, I don't know how many people do, but I go shopping every week when I'm at work, and just I don't buy a lot of things, but I buy the same things pretty much, right?
Mhm.
I don't. I have pretty boring meals or whatever, and there's things I like, and I stick to it. And just noticing those items, like
Yeah.
I started adding like these cubes, and the company's called Evolve. These avocado and super fruit cubes
Oh,
you have
okay.
to add to your
The
protein in
smoothie?
that.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were $8, and then they went to $10, and now they're like $12, and that would be within like 2-3 months. Like,
Mhm.
it's incredible. I don't buy steaks for myself anymore unless they're on sale, because
Yeah,
like we had talked about, and there it's like for two steaks, I want one for tonight, I want one for lunch. You're looking at 40 bucks. Like,
yeah.
it's too much,
Well,
right?
I know. Like that's I was seeing like the ribeyes at Costco's like 3 ribeyes or 4 maybe 4. I don't think it was 4. I think it was 3. And it was like $129 or $139 or something for 3 steaks. I'm like, this is
Mhm.
unfreaking real. So I know like a lot of people don't have access to like good quality meats and stuff like that because it's just unattainable to buy it. And I think we're really fortunate that we live in Canada where if you want to, you can dig around and look on Facebook Marketplace and other avenues. There's lots of local producers who are selling direct, but like cattle are going for 5, 6, 7,000. now or more.
Yeah.
And like that's a long cry from what it used to be. You can go and get a decent steer, it'd be like, 14, 1500 bucks, and then you pay the cut and wrap and it's not a big deal. But I think the last beef we did was $6.25 a pound cut and wrapped because you got a quarter and then we kind of split it up between the four of us. But I used to be able to get that same weight, like 710 pounds, and it was $4.25. So it's gone up like $2 a pound in the last year and a half. It's unfreaking real.
Yeah, it's big here.
Yeah.
It affects a lot of people, right? Like groceries and at home with like the wife and kids, I think they're upwards of 4 to 500 a week, right?
I don't doubt it.
So,
Yeah.
right. And
Like I
then we're entering teenager phase and everyone knows teenage, right? Like
oh,
it
eat.
just keeps going up and up and up.
Well, and it's like I don't know where they put it, but they can eat like nonstop.
Yeah.
But then it's like, and this is the one thing I think we have totally ass backwards is like the good healthy food has gone through the nose expensive and the junk
Yeah.
shit food is cheap. So a lot of people are sacrificing good quality foods just to save a few bucks because it's like I can buy bagel bites for kids snack for like $7 for a big box, or I can go and get like veggies and all this stuff. Frickin' broccolini, chicken breasts, and a brie for dinner tonight to make stuffed brie chicken
Ooh,
breasts was
yeah.
55 bucks for dinner tonight just at our house. There's only the two of us, right?
Yep.
It's ridiculous. I was like, this
Peppers are
peppered.
stupid expensive for what they are, right?
Yeah. They grow those in Medicine Hat at the greenhouse, the red hat peppers, freaking right
Yep.
there at Medicine Hat. They have huge greenhouses, grow them all the time. And tomatoes and all. It's all gone crazy. I don't know. So I kind of did some digging and it seems like well, I didn't have to dig too far. Everyone you talk to is like cost of food up here is so damned expensive. It's like, what do you do to kind of stretch your dollar out so it goes further? And it's getting back to, make your own bread. There's lots of people getting back into making stuff at home from scratch
Yep.
just because it once you get going with it, the initial cost up front is expensive to get, the stuff to can and all that shit, the upfront cost. But once you get going with it, you can save yourself quite a bit of money. And I know a lot of guys who've gotten into hunting, and like it's certainly not cheap. So
No.
it's probably the most expensive
Yeah.
110 pounds of deer meat you'll ever buy. But you know, but again, once you kind of get into it, and if you can make a go of it, you can save yourself a few bucks if you process it yourself and everything like that. But I don't know. And fuel. Did you see what fuel did?
No, I don't pay for fuel, so
Oh fuck. You're lucky. Yeah, I was
I've heard though, I haven't looked. I'll maybe try and pay attention more when I drive through town, but
oh,
as I would expect, and I've heard it's gone up huge.
well, we were down to $1.07 a liter at Costco here in town,
Yeah,
and now it's $1.25 at Costco and $1.39 at everywhere else.
that's crazy.
It's insane. It's
Yeah.
insane. It makes no sense. Like we make the shit. I don't understand why it's so expensive, but yeah, like $1.39.9 at the co-op and the Shell in town here today I saw for fuel.
Well,
So
that's what's going on in the Middle East, right? It's scared things are being cut off. A
yeah,
couple refineries were hit, so that's all gonna jump up right away. It might level out and come down, but
but it kind of creeped
I
up
don't
even
know.
before that all happened. Like it's just been so inconsistent. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not worth what it's worth, that's for sure. Diesel fuel is way more than gas. Makes
Yeah.
no sense. Shit's
No, it
cheaper to
doesn't make
refine.
sense.
It's the cheapest to refine. So why are we
Yep.
paying over? 10, 13 cents a liter more for diesel fuel than we pay for gasoline.
Oh, it's expensive to not even have a family, but just be alive.
Just to
It's
live. Just to live.
astronomical.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of the thing where like these young people aren't having kids because they can't afford to even sustain themselves right now.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them have, pretty good jobs and make a decent living. Well, what used to be a decent living, like some of these kids are making, 30, 35 bucks an hour in the trades, but it's not enough to in a major center. You got to kind of branch out and get into some smaller centers and definitely need dual income if
Yeah.
you're living in a major center like Calgary or Edmonton or something. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. I feel bad for these young kids trying to make a go of it right now because they're kind of coming into things at a bad time.
It is, yeah, I mean, that's the way it's always been is everyone's fearful for their kids and it always keeps going up and up, but it's
Mhm.
never been like that like this before, right? And
No.
I mean, there hasn't been an increase in the cost of living to a wage in, I don't know, decades,
Right. Yeah.
right? Like
Well,
60s and 70s, you used to be able to single family, decent wage, doing whatever, right?
mhm, yeah.
And now it's like it's very specialized in what type of career you can get in order to have a family
Mhm.
and survive, right?
Yeah. Well, like, and that was the thing. Like everybody in the 70s and 80s, husband, wife, maybe both worked, but a lot of them didn't have to have dual income until the kids all got into elementary school,
Yeah.
right? And, you're making 40 grand a year and she's making 35 grand a year. So your household income's 75 and you had a nice house and a new truck and a new car and all, and you could have all that on 75 grand.
Yeah.
But, like we were just talking about this the other day and it kind of made me think like, like my mom and dad, mom worked for TELUS. My dad worked for the government or not TELUS, SaskTel. Mom worked for SaskTel. My dad worked for the government as a brand inspector and they farmed and there was no money in farming back then. Unless you were big, big. Like I remember, like they told my dad, they're like, "You're either going to get in or you're going to go broke. Like you buy more or you're going to go under. Size of your farm just won't work." So we got out of farming and moved to town. Fuck, we had a new house. It was like 125, 135,000 for
Yeah.
like a really nice new house, with a big double garage, and had a boat and a camper and all this shit. And like now you kind of flash forward for what my for what my dad paid for his new Lund boat back then, that like a Lund Rebel SS boat with like a 50 horsepower Honda on it, it's like a freaking $50,000 boat now.
Yeah.
That thing was like 18 grand in 97. You can't tell me that they've gone up. It's the same fucking boat. It looks the same.
Yeah.
Like they changed nothing. Makes no sense. Like drive and snowmobiles, like 'cause I used to be big into snowmobiling. My sled, I bought a new Summit 2021 Summit, and I paid 13,900 for it. And the same sled now, naturally aspirated, is 24,000. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's everything goes up, right?
That's
Everything just
ridiculous.
goes up and up and up and
Yeah, it's unreal. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I saw that like in the States, they've kind of put the push on that they're gonna try to bring in those, K cars, like the Kia cars, the tiny ones.
yeah.
So Toyota makes one. It's a little diesel, reg cab, short box truck for 15 grand, four-wheel drive.
Yeah. I've seen some of those.
Yeah,
Pretty
you
cool.
need those
Yeah.
because then, these kids could go and get a trade, buy a little truck and bomb around and go to work for themselves, and they wouldn't be up putting up a bunch of money. Like,
It's a
I
great
don't
idea.
holy fuck. I've got ideas, but we
Just got to
need
find someone to listen.
we need people to listen. I don't know. But, like, because they said they're gonna try to bring in some of the Chinese EVs here, but I think that's ass backwards too. We should be bringing in those little gassers and diesels, the cheap stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, and make things more affordable. Because like, even trucks, um, like, my first diesel truck I bought in 2000, my payments on it were $360 biweekly. Same truck now to buy it, your payments are $1,100 on a lease biweekly.
I know. Vehicles. That's the other thing you notice too is
Right?
holy crap, a truck is astronomical, right?
I know.
For what it is. It's a piece of shit. It's going to break down on you in a
Yeah,
year, and they're all just, here's your baseline 50 grand start, right? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's tough to swallow.
yeah. Well, and that's the thing, then you kinda go, "Well, I had this truck," but, like, to go new again to for the same money, you're going backwards 2, 3 trim levels
Yeah.
to what you had. I'm like, "Huh, that's not this isn't lovely. I don't like this. I want my Lariat. I don't want a XL."
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then even for the kids, like, my nephew is gonna be 15 here this weekend. So my brother was like, "Well, I'll get him," because he drives a company truck. So he's like, "I'll get him like a cheap, shitty SUV." So he's not driving his mom's good one, doing his learners and stuff. And then, well, he's got his learners, but driving something cheap. And then he can just take over it when he turns 16. Fucking insurance for him, it's like $470 a month.
Yeah.
And Sky's insurance is 434 a month for her car. And but the boys pay more. I get that. But still unreal how much these kids like how do you do it? How do you
It's
do it?
tough. It's
How do
one of
you
those things too I don't think people think about is the insurance part, right?
oh my
You get
god.
the vehicle first, and then you get the
Mm.
insurance, and you go, "Oh, shit," right?
Insurance costs you more than the goddamn car.
Yeah. Blows your budget way out.
Well, there's no point.
Yeah.
So what's the point? You go and buy a $5,000 car and have full coverage, which I don't think you'd put on a $5,000 car, but PLPD, theft and fire, you're still going to be a few $100 a month because
Yeah.
the the full coverage doesn't cost you that much more than just PLPD, like theft and fire and shit.
Yeah.
So you buy a $5,000 car and your insurance is $300 a month. Well, shit, what's the point? Paying
Doesn't yeah.
$3,600 a year for the kid to drive.
It's all it's all one of those things where you think about it, it's like the whole system of everything is just designed to keep you
Broke.
down, broke
Mhm,
down, and only by a strike of luck can you get out of that, right?
mhm. Well,
Whether
and
it's be smarts or it be, you happen to get lucky with investments or
uh
whatever, right? Or if you're lucky enough to be someone like Donald Trump who gets a small loan of $1 million from his dad,
yeah,
which is my
yeah,
favorite line he says,
yeah.
just a
Small,
small
small.
investment of 1 million.
Yeah, in what
Oh,
year? It's like
yeah,
today's value 25 million,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Unreal.
Right. Like you're just there's no it's really tough. It's tough to break out of it or right.
Yeah. Well, so and that's I think where people are finding the appeal in moving to the States from here, and it's growing exponentially, right? Trades down there paying 115,000 a year for some of these trades.
Yep.
Starting out, you're making good bank. They need oceans of them. Mechanics. I think I put that post up. Ford's paying mechanics like over 100 grand a year to come. They need 50,000 of them or something like that.
Yeah.
Mechanics, and you can go down there and buy a house for 120,000 American. Sure, it's more money, our money, but when you're getting paid in American dollars, you're thinking in American dollars. So I think these young people are smart to get a trade and be flexible on where they work.
Yeah.
And if you got to bounce down south and go to work down there for a few years and make some money on a trade program and then come back because you want to come back, I don't know why you would if you got in somewhere warm.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
like that, you got to go somewheres to make some money and bank it because you can't do it here. It's too expensive.
Yeah.
Lethbridge, fucking Lethbridge, rent in Lethbridge is $2,400 a month for a duplex.
Yeah,
Like,
it's pricey.
well, how do you get a down payment? Buy a house when
Yeah.
you're paying 2,400 a month rent. It just baffles me. Like, I don't know. I hate to sound cynical, but I think it's just like one of those things. If you didn't get in the early 2000s, you're gonna have to wait for the next big dump before you can get into, you know, a house and stuff. Unless, well, I guess that's a, you read a lot of articles. The grandparents are putting the down payments on these houses for these kids, or buying the house and then the kids pay the grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's scary stuff.
It is.
Hmm.
It is big time.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, like tying into what we talk about and that with us is, especially once you make the choice, or sometimes you don't, to start a family, right? It just
Uh-huh.
happens.
Yeah.
Um, right from the start, from, being pregnant and that, then you start to notice like, oh, you need everything, right? You need,
Uh-huh.
the cribs and the clothes, and good God, the diapers that never end. Those are expensive. And then
Yeah.
um, one of the first things I noticed, being a dad, you never really think too much going in. You're like, oh, this will work out. It always does, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, now you need formula. And oh, that's
Mhm. That
expensive,
shit's expensive
right?
too.
That'll get you.
Yeah. Well, and then the problem is the culture in the baby community, right? Because then it's like, oh, if you didn't get the City Select stroller, well, that fucking thing's $1,000. I'll tell you how I know. I bought
Those are
one.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I bought the double City Select because we had two kids,
So
two.
did we. Yeah.
Yeah. So we bought that thing. It was like $1,000. That thing's probably 3 grand now with inflation. Because then you got to
Yeah.
get because that's just a stroller. Then you need the scooter thing that attaches to it when your toddler is now walking but gets tired, and then you need the car seat adapter for the bucket, and that shit's expensive.
It is very expensive.
And
Yeah.
then if you don't buy the right one, you're going to hear about it from
Yeah.
somebody, because it's like the competition game that people play with stuff. It's like, I went and bought the kids booster seats at Walmart. They were $25. Hang on.
Yeah.
Like,
Big
then
deal.
what's
Yeah.
the difference? Is your booster
Exactly.
seat safer than my booster seat? I don't think so. As
Yeah.
a frickin' kid, we were driving from Edmonton to Lethbridge, and I had the kids with me. Nod was just little, and it wasn't a booster seat, it was like the car seat, like, but not the big, like the bucket car seat, just like the second seat you buy, right?
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
she had an accident, and I was like, shit, well, I'll throw that one in the back of the truck, but whatever. So I ran into Walmart and I grabbed this car seat, and it was like legit, like $60 or something. Like, it was cheap. Looked like not much, but it had all the stickers and stuff on it, safety ratings, right? She liked that one better than the $290 one to sit in. It was just more comfortable. So I was like, oh, then we'll just put the other one in the garage and give it to someone who needs a car seat, right? Because they only last so long too, and then you have to cut them up or send them to the car seat people to be disposed of.
Yeah.
But I think that's a thing too. That's a stick. Like, what's
Probably. Yeah. I
fucking
mean,
thing's gotta still be like, how does it go bad? How did it's plastic?
I guess degradation from the sun and UV rays, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe that's the thought process of it. That's definitely a mom question.
Yeah.
Should probably ask
Yeah.
her mom.
We should get a car seat expert in here to explain to us, like,
Oh, that'll be riveting.
break this down for us here, lady. Why do these car seats need to be thrown out at 3 years and 2 months?
Yeah.
Well, they don't I don't even know how long they last, but, like, it's just a stick. Everything's a stick, and they just stick you. And they're like, "Oh, give us more money." And I'm like, "I don't got no more to give you for this shit. It's getting
Yeah.
old." Yeah. Like, and heaven forbid you start looking through your subscriptions for Netflix and Amazon. Amazon's the worst. Prime Video,
Hmm.
everything's an add-on.
Yep.
Everything.
Don't I know it? Yep.
Oh my God. I was like, oh, I had that. So I went through here. My credit card got skimmed. Apparently, I was booking a doctor's appointment in New York or some shit at a specialty clinic. So I don't
Nice.
know.
Good for you.
Yeah. So card got skimmed anyways. So I didn't have a credit card for a week. So while that happens, you have to go through all your transactions and see, like, who needs money. Well, there's not really a lot, like life insurance and whatever, random shit, nothing big. Amazon, when I went and put it back on, it's like a dozen things. And it's like, this is $1.99, this is $5.99, this is $12.99, this is $15.99. I'm like, yeah, I'm like $70 a month for Amazon. Just for television.
Yeah.
And then I went to go commercial free. Well, it doesn't fucking work.
Not on the add-ons, just on Amazon.
Just on Amazon,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
didn't put that
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
on. You're not getting me again. Like, I'll just watch these damn commercials for, whatever. I thought that was a good deal, like whatever it was, like $5 or whatever, and you didn't have commercials anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
If it's only Amazon, it
Yeah.
doesn't do everything out, which is pretty sneaky.
Yeah, they gouge you. And we can't even get UFC. Like the free UFC that they have with Paramount in the States. We don't get that here.
Oh.
No,
Oh, I didn't know that.
no, we don't get it.
Oh.
No. So I got to use my VPN and then I log into American Prime and then I can use it. I think I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to.
Well, you just gotta cut that. If Dana White finds out, we're fucked.
Oh, fuck. We got to cut that out.
Yeah.
We'll edit it. We won't try
It
it. We won't try it. We won't
I
try
got
it.
an Amazon credit card the first time I
Yeah.
used it for whatever, it was one small purchase.
Mhm.
45 minutes later, I got an alert from them that there was uh, a again, a doctor's appointment in Australia at a vasectomy clinic.
Mhm.
They're like, "Is this you?" I'm like, "No." So I
No.
called them, like, "Your credit card's been compromised." It was like, "I literally just made one online purchase
Mhm.
ever." And it was already I was like, "What are you guys doing over there?" Like,
Yeah. You're doing a
that's
bad job.
record timing.
Yeah.
But I added up our subscriptions the other day and just roughly, I think this didn't include like Spotify's and all that too, right?
Yeah.
My wife likes to have her own Spotify account, which I have
Yeah.
a family plan. And then she also likes to have Apple Music. And I'm like, I don't get that.
Yeah.
Why are we paying for three?
Yeah.
She got mad at me once because especially because working away with the whole Netflix security, it gets
Right.
kind of shitty here because I don't bring my PlayStation home with me to
Mhm.
say it's at home like you're supposed to.
Right.
So I don't know. I think I was having a shower and she couldn't log into it, so she just got mad and subscribed to a brand new full on
Netflix.
Netflix account. So I got that. So she won't cancel that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I did. And I think we're around like $120 a month on
Mhm.
top of Telus TV, which I think we got to wait another year to get out of. But
Mhm.
it used to be streaming was cheaper no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
Now, even if you get rid of your TV, if you want if
Internet.
we wanted what we have on our cable box now, like
Mhm.
the ease of like the channels, you're still 80, $90 regardless. Cause like you said, Amazon, then you
Yeah.
got the add-ons of this and that channel and this package. And
Mhm.
there isn't really anything worth of value, savings value for
No.
fucking anything anymore.
Well, because that was our contract came up with our TELUS, like our subscription, right? And I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to cancel the TV and just get internet. And then we got Netflix and Disney and
Yeah.
Amazon. No, because as soon as you cancel the TV, the internet goes up to $200 a month. Yeah,
I gotcha.
they got you. You
Yeah.
might as well pay that $15 more and get your basic television package. I'm like, well, I guess so,
Yeah.
because I'm not going to watch it because it's not convenient. The only TV that gets used on is the one down here in the gym, because it's like, well, I can use this one because it's not a smart TV.
Yeah.
So is there a point in going buying a smart TV down here? No, not really. Don't use it a whole pile. So I was like, well, shit, I guess, like, yeah, it's 15 or $18 more to have TV than it is to have just the internet,
Yep.
because you want the high speed internet. So they give you the fastest internet included with your TV. But if you drop the TV, then your internet goes down unless you pay the uptick.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's always something.
They got you
So
by the balls.
coming out of, as you move along with your kids in life from babies and, like you said, all the expensive bullshit you got to buy.
Mhm.
Then, if you're a working family, the next getcha is definitely daycare.
Oh, fuck. Yeah,
Like,
that's a bad one.
that's a big price. That's huge.
Mhm.
You're averaging 1,000 a month. Or I
Well,
guess you were before they
the
have that
subsidy thing, they got that
the
subsidy
subsidy
thing
thing.
now, but I
Yeah.
remember, well, and like, what were Boston and Lennon, both of them going about $1,600 a month?
No, I think they were around 11 each
Yeah, yeah,
to a day home they went to.
yeah, so the girls cost 800 each a month, so about $1,600 a month, but then that subsidy come in, and then it went down to, like, $330 a kid or something like that, but when that came in, Victoria was in kindergarten or grade 1, so then it was just nods, and it was down to,
Yeah.
like,
But
340.
then we go because Tara works during the day, and then
Uh-huh.
you have or before and after school
Oh,
care. And
that's
I think that's the same. I might as well say that's the same. Maybe for both of them, it's only 8 or $1,000.
uh
But there's another thing. It's just another extra
yeah,
added expense, right?
yeah, boys and girls club, we put the kids in, and, like, that was a big bill, like,
Hmm.
yeah, I think it was, like, $800 a month or something like that, and then
Yeah.
but then you have to commit. So, because we're divorced, and then so she wanted to put the kids in during the summer sometimes, but they
Hmm.
don't give you, like, a there's no drop-in rate, you pay for the whole month.
You got to keep your spot.
Yeah, to keep your
Yeah.
spot, no drop-in, and we need to know now, or otherwise you're not gonna get a seat,
Yeah.
and then they end up not going anyways, and then it's like, "Well, why did we pay $1,000 each kid for BGC," or whatever it was, for summer care program, and they went 5 times. They get you. They get you.
Yeah.
And then, you know what pissed me off? I'll tell you, this one thing fucking pissed me off too. Sports. And then they
A
go,
lot of money.
yeah. And then you have to sell tickets, and you have to do this, and you have to volunteer, and you have to do this, or you can pay extra. Well,
So
I'll just pay.
Calgary Calgary hockey does that. You give
Yeah.
a check.
Mhm.
And it doesn't matter how many kids you
Yeah.
have to give an amount for each kid, and
Yeah.
you have to do a set amount of volunteer hours for each kid.
Each kid. Yeah.
Now, Tara steps up for each team,
Mhm.
and she's done it for our oldest son to be the manager, right?
Mhm.
Which is in itself is a shit ton of work.
Yeah.
But that doesn't waive your volunteer hours either.
Mm.
So on top of basically, I would say some nights a minimum of an hour to 3 hours a night every
Mhm.
night.
Yeah.
You got to organize parents, you got to organize fundraising and everything like that. She did.
Mhm.
Wins manager of the year, still might not be able to commit to all of her hours because when she was going to volunteer, Lincoln's in the semifinals for
Mhm.
his championship game. So
Yeah.
we might have to forego the $700 anyways.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how the fuck does that make sense? Look how many hours she's put in.
But she
Wins
didn't go
manager
work.
of the
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
and still has to, oh, well, here's your right.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge commitment for parents.
Mhm.
Um, financially, and then I kind of understand the timing because it's a lot of work to run an entire hockey league. I understand that,
Yeah,
but I mean, there's all there at the same time. They, it's just it's too much for everybody, right? Like,
yeah.
let alone the practices and the commitments, and yeah,
But
I
do you
just
like, it wasn't like that when we were kids.
I don't really, yeah, I don't remember unless I just didn't pay attention to it, but I don't
No.
remember, right? Like, I think, yeah,
I don't think so. Cause like, I know, like,
I
mom,
don't either.
we did, like, we wanted new jerseys one year playing bantam football. I remember this. So they did like a bingo night. So everyone went and volunteered to work the bingo, and then we got new jerseys. Like, simple. I was in Nancy Green ski and snowboard league when I was a kid. So we did, like, I think a casino night or something, like, whatever. Could have been bingo again, I don't recall. But to raise money for everybody to be able to go on the race trip to go, because it's expensive to rent the bus and haul 50
Yeah,
kids to go skiing and lift passes and food and hotels. That's a big trip, right? So to coordinate that and kind of bring the pressure off some of the parents, because that's an expensive trip. Not everyone can afford to pack your kid up and go to Montana to go race. We did a few of these fundraising nights and some gift baskets and stuff, but it wasn't like you got to do 60 hours of volunteer work throughout the season, plus bottle drives and all this shit to make enough money just for your kid, right? Like, everybody kind of come together and
yeah,
fundraise, and then we spread the money out so it was affordable for everybody, instead of being like, you got to do this just for your kid. And if you don't get, then your kid's out.
yeah,
That's it. I don't know. I don't like that.
yeah. It puts people, and yeah, heaven forbid, I guess, if you're a single mom or a single dad
Mhm.
and you have more than one kid in
Yeah.
any of these sports, like it's like you could literally, like, if for example, Lennon's briefly talked about playing hockey next year. So if you have three kids in the same league,
Mhm.
right? And if, for example, if Tara decides to be the manager for all three teams,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it's between 8 and 16 hours.
Mhm.
Where do you find that as a parent for each kid? You got to do that amount of volunteer hours, right?
Mhm. Yeah. It's a lot.
Right?
Yeah.
It is tough. And I
Yeah.
mean, I get it. You'd be like, well, don't have so many kids. You're like, okay, I guess fair, whatever. But at
Mhm.
the same time, it's you want equality for all your kids, whether it's your kids, my kids, their kids,
Yeah.
who's ever kids. But it's a lot put on the parents too.
Mhm.
And I get it. It's also not a babysitting service, so there's some type of it. But
Yeah.
whatever happened to just enrolling your kid into a league and letting the coaches coach, and that the league, outside of, fundraising, of course, is very
Yeah.
important, and just enjoying your kids play without the stress of all the extracurriculars, right?
Well, and they make it so formal. It's like, "Oh, you're this league, and you're this league, and you're this tier, and you're this tier." And then now there's these pay to play leagues where it's like 10 grand for your kid to play hockey. And I'm like, "Holy smack." And
Yeah.
those leagues are tournaments every weekend, basically. And they're all
Oh
over.
yeah. If you get a travel league, oh my God, you're
Travel team. Yeah. Big.
screwed.
Yeah, like, I don't it's changed, Joey, it's changed too much.
Yeah.
It's too expensive. There's too much pull on the parents to do all this extra shit. There's not enough time to be a family unit for a lot of people because you're spread out. Because
Yeah.
nothing is coordinated, you know? Rec programs at school even are all over the map.
Yeah.
Like, let's have it. Band and basketball is at 4 o'clock right after school, and it goes till 5:30. Done. Make it simple.
Yep.
You know, having kids running around all over the place doing all this shit. The girls start basketball on Friday, so we'll see how this all plays out now. Because
That'll be fun.
they're in skating, horseback riding, and now basketball starts at school on Friday. But, I think maybe once they get into basketball, then skating will be done pretty quick anyways. I think it ends at the end of March, so that's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm one of those believers too of keeping your kids active in some type of sport.
Mhm.
Um, Super easy for me to say when I'm never home. Uh, right?
Yeah.
But it's all I think Tara believes that time permitting for the same thing, right? Is there's like you got to keep them active or try
Mhm.
to get them
Busy.
interested and active in something, right? And
Mhm.
I think being active with our kids is something that is important to me and Tara, whether it's whatever sport hockey's done.
Mhm.
Um, I haven't really come up with a plan for Lincoln yet, but I probably should because he's gonna get the fuck out and start doing something for spring, right? Like
Mhm.
I think I don't know if he's going to do it this year, but he did. He has tried out a couple years for his basketball team, and I think and flag football, right? So I guess that is his thing, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's good to do that for all seasons, right? In summertime, everyone does whatever in the summer,
Yeah.
anyway. So
Summertime is
right,
family
yeah,
time, take that off, so that's always
yeah,
good. If you can have it off where the kids, because some of this stuff runs right through the summer too, right? So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That was when he would play football. It was super inconvenient because they start in August,
Mhm.
right? And
Yeah.
they would do like 2 or 3 practices a week in
Mhm.
August, and like they'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna have a Friday night practice," and you're like the second weekend in August. You're like, "Well, guess we're not doing anything,"
Yeah, right?
right? So
Which is too bad. I know we played football and there we started in, like, mid-August is always when it started, and it is an inconvenient time. And it was inconvenient because my family farmed too, right? So it's like
yeah,
rolling into harvest and we've got football and shit, so, yeah, it's like, "Okay, well, yeah, not gonna make it," but, maybe you had to go and grandma had to drive you, right? But
yeah,
it's different. It's a different world. Like I said, we were talking, I'm like, maybe you guys should just pack everybody up and move to Panama and
not a bad
hang out
idea.
down there and screw everything up here. And we'll start from ground zero and get back to, I think moving down there, like being going 25 years in the past, it's like slow,
Yeah,
slow down, take it cool. No big deal. Kids are running around playing in the backyard. Fine. All this
Europe's like that.
shit. Wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, no, Europe is super laid back. They're like, you work
Yep.
9 to 5, and
Mhm.
I'm off at 5. Nobody answers their phone after.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's very laid back, especially in the Scandinavian countries. They're
Mm.
very
Fuck, a lot of
much
them
like,
only have a 4-day work week,
yeah,
and a lot of European countries run on a 4-day work week.
yeah. I know a lot of places. I know I shouldn't say a lot, but like they always say, well, a lot of people are like, well, you're taxed at like 55 or 60%. And you're like, yeah, but you guess what? I don't pay for hockey. I don't
Uh-huh.
pay for ice time. I don't pay for public transit. I don't
Mhm.
pay for university. I don't pay for, post secondary school fees, non existent, right? Because it
Mhm.
actually, I want to say it's, especially in the Scandinavian countries, covers all of it. It's like your kid
Yeah.
wants to play
Oh,
hockey,
we're
go. Kid
mhm.
wants to play this sport, go.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's
Yeah.
all
We're
in
paying
one
we're paying that much in taxes anyways.
and don't have anything to show for it.
Nothing. Like, the only people who are skating by on not paying as much in taxes are business owners because you pay on a dividend, so you're taxed at a lower rate. But that really doesn't fucking matter anyhow, because you're taxed out the yin yang on all your consumables anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carbon tax, this, GST, that, transfer tax, uh, electricity transmission tax, this tax, the freaking, vice tax on all your booze and shit, whatever. It's all they'll get their 50, 60% out of you
Yeah.
by the end of the year for sure. Which is pretty disheartening when you figure you go to work and you work 60% of the year just to pay the government.
Yeah. And heaven forbid you try and work overtime to pay
There's
for
no
extra,
point.
right?
There's no
No,
point. No.
no.
And it's like, "Okay, well, that," and if well, like, and then you make a mistake, right? Say you make a mistake and you don't split stuff up the right way with your spouse on your taxes, and then next thing you know, oops, guess what? I don't qualify for the tax benefit on this anymore, and this and that's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, yuck. Like, our government is a mess, but we can take our pension fund and move it on over to India. No problem. Here's
Yeah.
what did they give them for the loans?
I don't know. I
Investment.
haven't read into it yet.
Oh,
I haven't
fuck.
looked into it.
And then they went to Australia and did the same thing today.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I don't mind working with the Australians. I think they maybe, I don't know. I don't know. But the Indians, I read a thing, I got to vet it, but they said that we should take 60 million people.
I don't know where we're going to put everybody.
Well, we got the land. We just don't have any infrastructure to accommodate you.
Yeah, I think I'd be more keen to probably give reservations clean water before I would bring over 60 million
Mhm.
more people.
Yeah.
Just an idea.
Did you see they signed over the land titles to Vancouver to the band out there?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't dove into that either, but that
I
sounds like it's
haven't
going to
dived
be
into
a
it yet
fun
either.
time.
I popped up. There's a lot of topics I got to dig into, but I was like, that's aggressive.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to the lady. Oh, the lady at the barber shop, and she gave me a haircut here a couple weeks ago. And her mom moved on out to BC, and from Alberta, she moved to BC. This is quite a few years ago. Bought a house, like built a house, built a little barn, like acreage life, like hobby farm, right? And they told her you got two options. You can pack up your house and move it off, or the band has access to your property as needed. Mm.
Interesting.
I haven't dug into this that much, but doesn't sound like a very good deal to me.
No,
Like you paid for it.
that was yours. Yeah.
It was mine.
Somebody somewhere is going to be
Fuck
getting an
that.
angry letter and lawsuit
Mhm.
somewhere down
Well,
the line. Yeah.
I did read one article where the guy, his lender wouldn't renew his mortgage.
Yeah, I've heard that could be an outcome.
Yeah, and I don't know if maybe another lender picked it up for him, but the lender he was with wouldn't renew his mortgage term because he was in this land zone. Doesn't sound like a very good deal to me. I think, fuck
Nope,
that.
not a good deal.
Well, and look how much the land's worth out there, right? Like it's expensive. Anything down and
It's very
around
expensive.
Vancouver into,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not cheap. So you could have paid a lot of money for that, and now you don't own it anymore.
Yeah. Lucky if you get anything.
You can take the house, but you can't like it. That's a bad deal.
Yeah, it's not a good deal at all.
I don't like this deal. I don't like this deal. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Fun, fun. All right. Well, I think we covered enough bullshit and we started going down a slippery slope into topics that we need to research on. So I guess we'll catch up to everybody again next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.